Everyone wave. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Oh, Miss Patterson also resubscribing
Sorry.
there.
Yeah.
No, you did it. It's fine. I love it. Just in time. 11-month streak. Oh, it's almost been a whole year. I actually need to change your on the overlay. But with that, hi everyone. Welcome to the world. Did I not? You know what I didn't fucking do? I did not change the title on Twitch. Like, it's okay. It's okay. We're episode 9 of the World of Ashenfell, season 3. With that, while I do that, everyone, go around the table, introduce yourselves and who you are and who you're playing, and we'll start with our wonderful storyteller and dungeon master, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm the DM for today, and I'll take you through the world of Ashenville with my fantastic players.
Do you have a question for us, or?
What's your favorite type of hot chocolate? Mine's cinnamon. Wow.
Martin.
Yeah, it is Martin.
And Emma?
No, it's
Oh,
Martin,
you.
Emma, Smokey. Me.
Okay,
Mhm.
sorry, I thought that message on Zoom was from you.
Mm-mm.
Hey guys, my name is Martin, or Pinkmon on the internet. My favorite hot chocolate is any hot chocolate. Yes, bring it, please. And I think my character, or who's a martial class called the Skylancer, details are in Discord. Feel free to join. His favorite hot chocolate. I don't think he's had hot chocolate before. I think it's a foreign thing to him. He's an Aarakocran, so he's pretty out there. But I think he'd love it, and I think he'd get really, really hyper. Yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm. Hi everyone. I'm Emma Hamalu on the internet. I am playing Jorah, who is our Eladrin Bardlock. He's a glamour bard, Fey warlock. And favorite hot chocolate, I really like Wittards do a really nice creme brulee hot chocolate. So it's in their white hot chocolate range, but the creme brulee, it's beautiful. Um, and Jorah's, well, I think we know the answer to this. That it would be anyone that has like a nice shot of alcohol in it. Maybe it's like Bailey's or something. That's him.
Hi guys, my name is Smokey Bixby. I'm the gaming element here on the Twitch platform. I'm here playing Captain Zavarian Burnhammer, our pirate captain warlock, Minotaur. Um, I can't drink hot chocolate. As a kid I had a really bad allergic reaction to it. The one time I did drink it, it was mint, and I did like it, but I can't drink it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I'm very upset. Like, I'm so upset that you can't enjoy hot chocolate. Like, I'm upset for you. Like,
How do you think I feel?
what about Zeb? Does Zeb like hot chocolate?
I think that Zeb's an extension of myself. He'd probably enjoy the mint hot chocolate if he had it. But I don't know how that works with with mammals that bring out dairy. You know?
You can have a dairy-free hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but come on, guys.
But I mean, all mammals also produce dairy, technically. So,
Yep.
like,
That's true. But, and it's weird because I can have regular chocolate, I just can't have hot chocolate, and I don't know why.
Something they
Interesting.
cultivated.
Very interesting. Well, hi everyone. My name is Val. Today I bring to you Daphne Gravoy on the too spicy jam, he says. I bring Daphne Gravoy, who is our resident half-Eladrin witch doctor. My favorite hot chocolate, I'm always just down for dark hot chocolate. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at, I grew up poor, so I never had fancy hot chocolate. However, Mexican hot chocolate, that is something that is chef kiss, chef kiss. Mexican hot chocolate's pretty good. And as far as Daphne and her hot chocolate goes, she, as long as it has like a lot of marshmallows, she probably makes her own marshmallows. Let's be real here. Like, but that's sort of where she's standing on the hot chocolate thing. But hey, speaking of hot chocolate, I don't know why this is speaking of hot chocolate, but if you want to give us hot chocolate, I don't know, in the form of potions, you can affect your, the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies gives a reroll to anybody you see here. Every subscription to the channel gives out greater healing potions. Currently we have a pool of 39 healing potions. Just throwing that out there. Like, we have a lot of potions. But if you want to gift nat 20s to either of us, or nat 1s, you can donate through coffee or Streamlabs of a minimum of a $3 Canadian donation, and which is what coffee is set at, which will do that. So for every $3 you can give natties here. But yeah, that's us. That's what we do here. And now Jen is gonna do what she does best and take us through this amazing little world. So large world. And so Jen, go ahead and take us away, fam.
All right, so last time we were going through the tunnels following the paladin Jim as he took you through a forgotten temple of Pelor to these tunnels where you encounter some trainer guys and then find yourselves within a pub where some of our players were scammed out of their money. And you got news of possible refugees up in the upper cities, and you met the mob mistress of the Underdarks, Lilith, and she invited and extended help towards all of you. And Jim had taken you to a house where you were given a rest, a place to stay, by courtesy of Lilith. And that is where you will be picking up as the day has come and gone, and you've taken a long rest, and the day is bright. In the quote that it is the next day, and there's no sun in the Underdarks.
Yeah. Morning, everyone. Is it morning? I don't know.
Daphne's already up. You know, Daphne's up. Like...
Yeah. I'd just be trancing. Yeah.
Daphne's like awake and probably like trying to inspect the kitchen. But she, she's doing her thing. She's not gonna be rude and just like make breakfast in somebody else's kitchen or whatever. That's just not okay. But if she would like to ask Lilith, if she could, because we're staying with Lilith, right?
You're staying in one of her guest house that she seems to have
it's like
around her.
Safe house,
It's okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of her Airbnbs that she owns, essentially, right? Yeah. Okay, then we could use the kitchen.
Yes, we can.
So we so yeah, no, she's definitely making breakfast. She might even like gone out if there was like a market nearby just a little bit earlier to make sure she went and got maybe like some fresh eggs. Because she doesn't necessarily carry eggs with her, but she probably got like a good 2 dozen eggs, some for breakfast and some to hard boil for the road, sort of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll come wandering through. Because he trances. I like to think he just sits around for the other players, like reading and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But wanders through looking sleepy, wearing. I'd like to think like, because obviously characters do not sleep in their armor. They have to change into something for resting. So I just he seems like the sort that wears like those laddish grey joggers. He's definitely a grey joggers kind of guy. Come wandering through. Daphne, what you cooking?
Where the Adidas house, you find it
Yeah.
out at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
he's
what you're
a
talking about.
slightly grey jogger. It's one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you making, Daph?
Well, I'm making a frittata.
Can I help?
I'm almost done, and you look
Oh,
very sleepy. So, and just in your hand is a
thanks.
warm cup of of
Oh.
breakfast tea. So, yeah, I
I
know.
will set the table.
There you go. Just don't trip over anything. Are the children awake yet? Referring clearly to Oryx.
I haven't seen them. I'm sure the smell of your delicious breakfast will
Hopefully, yes.
arouse them.
As you say that, the door to the kitchen opens, and Or with ruffled feathers walks in.
Oh, they're so ruffled.
Is this sun up yet?
Yes.
Sure, yep.
Do you need help preening? Like, normally you don't look so ruffled. Are you okay, hon?
Something about the air in here. Is there caffeine, please?
Yeah. Oh, I can do that. Daphne, there we go. It's another thing I can do. I'll go and pour or some breakfast tea and put it in your hands.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here, and I'll sort of start straightening you.
Thank you.
Fixing the feathers. Yeah.
Or start slowly preening and drinking.
Yeah. Wow. Are we ready to do some information gathering today?
Hopefully.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm excited.
You
I'd
say
forgotten.
That Zeus kind of saunters into the kitchen area.
Tea?
It there's a clear look of like he hasn't tranced or slept that night. He's been deep in thought.
Okay, if you do that, you take 1 point of exhaustion.
I will gladly.
Would you like some tea? You look like you could do some. It's strong.
Is it
Yes.
strong enough to? Is it strong enough to keep me awake through the day?
No, but occasionally I can like smack you in the back of the head. Not like hard to do damage, but just enough to like wake you up.
I look at Dora at the taking damage. I don't think he has enough. Yeah, that's good that you.
Don't you even. I am aware of what my personal strengths are and that it is not actual strength, okay?
Daphne Daphne holds up her hands with her gauntlets of ogre strength. I can always slap you.
Well, we don't want to hurt people. We just
Oh,
want to keep them awake. Do you want me to do like this?
Let's just I'll just take the tea. Thank you.
All right, here we go. I'll brew you a nice strong cup. I'll leave it steeping for quite a while.
Trouble sleeping, friend?
There was something on my mind last night, and I couldn't shake it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You know, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm sure I won't understand it, but I'm here to listen.
We could have a sharing circle.
I mean, that's what breakfasts are for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
frittata?
Nothing. It's nothing too. What's a frittata?
It's kind of like a quiche, but a frittata.
I don't know.
What's a
egg
quiche?
and potato, an egg and potato.
Yeah, it's like an egg. It's like an egg pancake.
Yeah.
Wait, Daphne,
so
did you put any samples into this?
What is a pancake?
There's like a moment on Daphne's face where she's just like, "Have you never had pancakes before?"
I don't know a lot of the words that are coming out of your
right now. I need flour right now.
in and out of character, I really don't know what a frittata is.
It really is.
I don't know what a quiche is. I've heard of quiche, but I've never had one.
It's
I've had
tortilla,
pancakes.
Spanish tortilla. They call it frittata in Mexico. It's,
Yeah.
I've had pancakes. Don't
tortilla.
worry. I've had pancakes IRL,
Yeah.
but
It's basically an egg but baked instead of fried.
Yeah. It's a frittata is an egg-based Italian dish
Okay.
similar to an omelet or a crustless quiche or scrambled eggs, and rich with additional ingredients such as meat, cheese, and vegetables. And the word frittata is Italian that roughly translates to fried. So it's like a big
Excuse
massive,
me,
Google.
yeah.
it's frittata.
um, but yeah, Zeb's never had pancakes before.
Yeah, Daphne's gonna fix that in this moment right now. So
When you live a life on the sea, your breakfast normally consists of ale and mutton,
yeah, she's
whatever
getting
meat you can
on.
get your hands on.
She is on top of that right now. She's got leftover sausage and bacon grease that she's gonna make it in, so don't you worry, okay? She's got you. Like she is going immediately to work.
Or smooth the last of his ruffled feathers. Okay, Daphne, what's
Look
the
like
mission?
you had a rough night
The
yourself,
mission is
buddy.
pancakes. That's the mission. Oh, you mean your mission? Well, we're gonna make pancakes for the people we're gonna find too. I'll have so many left over. It's fine. Don't worry. Just let me do my job.
Okay, I'll get you your flour.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Zeb looks over at Or. You look like you had a rough night too, buddy. Everything good?
Yeah, something about the under the no sky. Yeah, or is just walking and walks straight into the door, forgetting to open it. I'm good. I'm good. That wasn't lack of sleep. That was just me being me. He opens the door. I'll find the store.
Okay. Good luck.
Is he gonna be okay on his own?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'm
fine.
looking for flour,
Sip the tea.
pancake supplies.
It's not hard to find. The pantry's actually fairly well stocked. It seems that they anticipated your needs as far as food.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you don't have to worry. Yeah, I think there's flour in the pantry. Is
Oh,
what Jen
awesome.
is saying. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Perfect. The store
Wonder
is
if
in
Will-
the storehouse of pantry. That's what I meant.
You checked. Like I imagine, like as you're like about to leave the house to go check, like to go to the market, like
Mhm.
Daphne goes, "I'm pretty sure there's just stuff in the pantry. Do you want to just check in the pantry for me, darling? Thank you."
Yeah, that's where I was going. I was just a little tired.
It's okay.
Thanks,
Finish your tea,
Daphne.
honey. Finish
Mhm.
your tea. It's fine.
Mhm.
Don't worry. Daphne's got this covered. She knows
Okay,
what's-
okay.
I kinda gotta
Uh,
wonder if Lilith was expecting us.
I think as a safe house, it's good to keep it stocked with dry foods.
or walks into a couple of hallways, eventually finds the pantry, comes back with the flour.
Thank you, honey. And Daphne just goes into cook mode again. It doesn't take long to make pancakes. And she presents Zev with a tall stack of buttermilk, glistening pancakes covered in doused in butter, and presents what hopefully in the pantry was also syrup because it keeps really well. Just pure. What's the equivalent of Canada?
It's pure Canadian syrup.
Maple syrup. I was about to say, what is the equivalent to Canada in Ashenfell? Like where the maple leaves are, the maple trees are.
I would say probably Winterdale would
Cool,
be the
pure-
equivalent to Canada.
Pure
Oh.
Winterdale maple syrup, right for you, sir.
Jorah's Canadian.
Nice.
Nice.
Jorah,
I
you
put
my
wanna go
favorite
out for a riff?
favorite countries into the world, and Canada's one of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And there you go,
Zev will like lean into the pancakes, just like take a sniff and just make sure like everything's on the up and up, and then he'll
Of course it is.
then cut into it, take a bite, and you just see his eyes just light up, like he just had the most wonderful thing in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, you did. Like Daphne expected no other reaction. So,
I trust everyone got a stack.
Oh,
Jorah's sitting there
absolutely.
expectantly waiting.
Absolutely. You got frittata and pancakes? Like, you were on the... We are having
Yes.
a fantastic breakfast because we needed the protein and we needed those carbohydrates. So we got a mission today, and Daphne was sure that that mission would be accomplished, not on an empty stomach.
Excellent.
This icing, and as Aura takes a finger scoop of maple syrup, this icing on this cake is just to die for.
It's true. There's unless maple syrup comes from Winterdale, you really honestly shouldn't have it because it's not real.
I mean, wherever it comes from, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Stealing
we're
it
just
is a crime.
I love that we're just simulating breakfast at Tiffany's over here in Dungeons and Dragons World.
Listen.
What else is it supposed to be?
Listen. It is also still 11:30 in the morning for me, and I have not had breakfast. So
I'm so sorry.
Well, so we're setting off to visit the council today, correct?
And we still gotta find your sister, right? Or
Well, we're hoping. I imagine the council must keep some sort of track of the people coming through their doors, especially if she's a known name. Provided she's going by her real name, but we can start there.
Okay.
There will
Why wouldn't she
hopefully
go
be
by
people
her?
who remember us.
Why wouldn't she go by her real name?
Well,
safety's sake.
yeah, just trying to keep herself some privacy, maybe.
I guess. Doesn't seem like her though.
Well,
I could be wrong.
which is why we will ask for her by name, but it would be still worth checking out just in case she is. She might have run into some trouble and just doesn't want people to know that it's her.
Good point.
Yeah, you guys were smuggled out of your country, remember? I imagine there must be some kind of enemy.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we are all very, very well fed, thank you, Daphne, as ever. To business?
To business.
Business, I suppose.
Nobody needs their clothes ironed before we go see the council. Like,
no, I should probably go get
Okay.
changed into my good
Who wears clothes? What are those?
Me, you don't want to. I'm gonna go get changed. into his finery, his good coat.
After Jorah's shut the door. That's what he thinks.
Oh wow. I'll just
Jorah's a beautiful human.
He is very good looking.
It's true.
But he's not really a human,
pretty
is he?
boys. He's an elf.
He's a humanoid.
I'm in person. You're right.
Humanoid, yeah. Beautiful humanoid.
Yeah, beautiful humanoid. Yeah. Not that Daphne ever had, I'm going to speak to our council clothes. She just dresses a little less like she just came out of the wilderness, is all. When she's like, all right, I'm going to go see someone important, so I guess I got to put on shoes. Like, instead of sandals.
Brush the hair a little.
Yeah. Well,
Get the twigs out.
She has curly hair, so brushing it was actually not a good idea. Like, she's
taking any shit out of it.
She's gonna, just put a little coconut oil in it and let it go. So, of course, Daphne has coconut oil on her. She's got to. Like, but yeah, so, or olive oil or whatever she does to smooth her stuff out. But yeah, kind of gets ready, and she'll look over at Zev, and it's like, well, since you don't have any clothes on,
well, wait a minute.
She motions to the kitchen. Cook shouldn't clean, and she goes to get ready. Yeah.
I have clothes. I was joking.
I know, and the first half was a joke, the second half wasn't. So.
I mean, if you want me to clean the kitchen, by all means, all you have to do is ask.
Yes, that's what I did.
Do I have to roll for that, DM?
That's a bull in a china shop kind of moment. Like I don't know.
Literally a bull.
Roll for cleaning.
Literally a bull dealing with China.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just like
No,
this
you
is
don't have to
somebody's
roll for
home.
it.
This is somebody's home. I don't want to accidentally break something, you know?
I believe in you.
I will
take
assume, as an adult, you have enough dexterity to clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I am looking tip
I
top.
have a dexterity of 11, that's fair.
What's up, Jorah?
I am dressed to impress. Are we ready to go?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Got your 6.
All right.
I got your 3.
Okay.
And I guess I'll get his 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
go.
You
Yeah.
have an entourage.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Head out and aim to find the council building. Well, I imagine we'll go into the buildings we've been in before for when we were meeting the Empress.
As you start heading that way, you do see the familiar sights of the towering white buildings with the simple gray jade roofs looming in the distance, the circular wall of that seems to guard and protect this inner sanctum that is the palace. And as you approach, the gates are closed and there is a series of guards standing in front of it. It is noticeably different from the last time you were here, when the gates were a bit more open and there were less guards present, if any. And as you glance around at them, they're a bit more dressed to the nines.
I figure after the attack they would probably. It could be other reasons, but Jor will not be shocked, I guess, to see that. But I will approach one of them with a smile. Good day.
They give you a acknowledging nod.
Wondering if you could help me. I am looking to seek an audience with some council members, if possible.
All right. They look past you and point to a building just beyond your immediate view, but as they pointed out, you see a kind of a building propped up on a kind of raised platform with a set of stairs leading up to it, blue roof with the red accents around it. Any inquiries towards the council can be made there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your help.
Of course.
Is this... Sorry. Last time we were here, we were assisting the Empress around about the time of the attacks. Is the shift in demeanor here as a result of that?
It is.
Understandable. I trust things have been safe since then.
There's a pause before they nod.
Good. It's a fair city. I would hate to see it troubled. Anyway, sort of straighten my jacket and start heading up towards the council building.
Before we leave, you have really nice metalwork on your armor. It's pretty, or we'll shuffle away.
Guard watches you, eyes narrowing in suspicion.
I just like it.
DM, while we're walking through town, I was wanting to keep an eye out for the guys that scammed me and Or out of 160 gold.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Just so you know, or doesn't believe he was scammed.
Yep.
16.
16. You glance around and you don't see them.
Well, I'm keeping an eye out as best as I. Oh wait, was that supposed to be at disadvantage because of the point of exhaustion?
Yes.
God dang it. 13. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Still don't see them.
Fair enough.
Well, yes, I'll be heading towards that building.
Okay. As you head towards the building, you see people milling in and out. They're wearing what looks to be finer robes, either made of silk or a finer material. Um, they have a kind of a gray and blue, for lack of a better word, tartan kind of pattern. And they seem to all wear this red cord around their waist to either signify something or to either facet their robes together. You're not sure which. Their uniforms are very ostentatious and very elaborate.
Okay, so Empress. Does there appear to be anyone that looks like they would be reception is maybe the wrong word, but like somebody who would be here to take inquiries and pass on requests to?
As you enter into the building, you do see a series of desks kind of greeting you in kind of a half circle sort of thing, and then behind them a series of doors that seem to extend further into the building. They're all shut and they are barring your view further onwards.
Then I will approach someone who is at one of these circular desks. Good day. I have an inquiry that I believe I need to take up with a council member. I was wondering if you could help me.
All right, which council member? And you see a drow woman with a high bun top hair. Her hair is more of a grayish white instead of a stark white. She has what looks to be black eyes instead of a more blue or brown or even a touch of purple and reds. She just watches you quietly as she seems to have something in her ear and she's kind of twiddling with what looks to be a stick in her hand. She looks very bored.
Well, I am not sure by name, but I know that I need to seek some information about the Aarakocra refugees who have been transported to this fair city. We're looking for somebody in particular.
All right. Do you know what sector they're in or their name?
No. We know the name. It is Lysana of Clutch Black Talon.
All right. She ducks down and pulls out what looks to be a ledger of some type, and she opens it and flips through it, and she kind of starts scanning, puts it away, does the same with 3 other books before she gets to the 4th and flips through it and finds it. Oh, here she is. She is up in the Black Keep.
Excellent. Is that somewhere we can move to freely?
You'll need an escort as it is our military post, and names?
Jorah Adon of Olivari.
She writes it down.
Yeah. He'll indicate for you guys to say your own name instead of him.
Daphne Gravoy.
Alright. Nationality?
I'm Rose Raven, right? Or
no, you're New Wine.
New Wine, yeah. New Wine.
She writes that down.
It's Aura.
Nationality?
I'm from Falcon Shore.
She writes that down.
Zavarian Burnhammer.
Nationality?
The name is slipping away from me right now, Jen. I can't remember.
You would be in... Marble Marsh.
Marble Marsh, yes. I wanted to say something like Mudwater or something like that, but I knew that wasn't right.
She writes it down. All right. She pulls out a series of badges and hands it all to you. Keep these on you at all times. Do not stray from the path. If you are found wandering within the Black Fortress without an escort, you will be reprimanded and put under arrest. These are terms non-negotiable by the city and the Empress herself. Is that clear?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. She looks around. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
I do.
I don't, but I could make it to where I can both understand and say it if you would allow me to cast tongues upon myself.
Sure. You'll just be very noticeable by everybody within this viewing. It's more of she's just addressing somebody to come towards her if you want to save the spell slot.
God, let me see real quick. Actually, do I just speak Undercommon? I might, because Daphne knows a shit ton of languages. Undercommon is not one that she has.
Okay.
I do speak Undercommon. I'll just let her know that she's just calling somebody over.
I'll go ahead and do comprehend languages because I can ritually cast it and it won't take up a spell slot, so I can at least understand what people are telling me in Undercommon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10 minutes ritual, just so you know.
Yeah. Right? She'll just walk and cast it. Like,
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
But as you wait and you start this casting, you make an Arcana check there, Daphne.
Ooh, okay. Arcana. Yeah, this is why I use dice for Daphne. I don't know.
As you start to cast your spell, you feel a counter spell wash over you.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody is intentionally disrupting it.
Oh, despite the fact that I was given permission?
She never gave you permission.
Oh, I was asking for permission. I thought I was in characterly asking for permission because of the last time that it happened, and I thought it was an in-character response. Sorry.
My bad. I thought it was out of character.
Yeah, sorry. I know sometimes it's hard because my accent's the same as Daphne's.
My bad, but she will say no. You cannot.
Okay, it. then she's not gonna cast it if that's the case. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. But as you wait, a gentleman comes over. He is very slight, has what looks to be darker black robes with a blue trim across it. He has braided hair, kind of up in a milkmaid style, and nice pointed ears, high cheek features, and what looks to be deep red eyes. And he just looks over you as he just nods and says, "This way."
Okay. Thank you.
Does he look like the guys that put me in jail back at the border? He doesn't look anything like that.
It's just Drow, right?
Yeah, he's purely Drow.
Okay.
But he will take you from the council building and start leading you up to the Black Fortress.
Okay. All right.
Follow.
This is exciting.
Dora, I'm nervous. What if she doesn't recognize me? What if I don't recognize her?
How long? You haven't been away that long.
I mean, it's been a couple months, right?
Yeah, she'll remember after a couple months.
For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, we're only like 20 months old.
It takes a lot longer than that to forget somebody, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what? You don't really look any different. You're looking more refined and like you're carrying your cloak up. I imagine you did that when you were back on Falcon Shore.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, buddy. I promise. You'll be fine.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. And you've got us there with you.
I hope she likes you as much as I like all of you.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Yeah. We'll do our best to make a good impression. And I mean, we spoke to her not that long ago. I cast sending, and she seemed happy and settled and excited to see you. So, would you like for me to cast sending to her now before we meet her to put your mind at ease?
I don't know. Do you think it should be a surprise?
That could be nice.
Mm.
Sure.
And
It can be a
Jorah, I
surprise
just
if you want.
kind of, I don't know, like, remember when I was in the bar and people were just like, oh no, you're casting magic, you gotta leave, even though it was, just comprehend languages. You just might want
Yeah.
to be careful with that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would ask this guy first, but
Of course.
just to give a forewarning to the person that we're approaching. But it's fair enough. I think a surprise would be nice.
Surprise would be really pleasant after she hasn't. If your sister hasn't seen you in a few months, it'll put a smile on her face.
Yeah, it's just been so long.
Worst comes to worst, or all you really got to do is just explain.
I guess.
And she knows what you've been doing. We filled her in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you'll be fine. Come on. And I give your shoulder a bit of a squeeze.
I'll give him a pat on the back.
Aura's gonna nod at Zev, and as Jorah squeezes his shoulders, he's gonna say, you gotta be gentle, Jorah. Come on, you don't know your own strength.
That's after I just consoled you, or I am hurt and offended.
Aura's gonna wink at Jorah.
Yeah, okay. Come on, you little shit. Keep following this charm, man.
Alright. The drow man leads you up the city ramparts towards the looming Black Fortress. The fortress that sits towards the entranceway of the city. It is a imposing sight, even from the distance you're at. It stretches almost as tall as the inner city towers, almost as tall as the palace towers. And it almost fills you all with a sense of dread just looking at it. But the drow who's leading you, he doesn't seem bothered or in a rush to get there. He's taking it at pace, and he glances to all of you before he kind of just keeps going.
Zev will pipe up. Good sir, can you tell us the history of this building?
He glances back at you. It is the fortress that withstood the calamity and the ages gone by. It is our people's most noblest gift, given unto us by Luf before we turned away from her.
I see. Okay.
Looks goth as fuck. I appreciate the aesthetic.
Absolutely. As like the resident goth is just standing there admiring it.
I wonder what it's made out of.
Bath salt.
I don't think I've
Wait,
ever
did he
worked.
say bath salt?
It's
Bath
a
salt.
type A
Yeah.
very hard rock.
Very fine grained volcanic rock. Sorry. I have a geology degree. I don't need to nerd out about it.
Bath salt, not bath
That's what I said.
salt.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
bath salt.
Yeah.
I thought he said bath salt.
Yeah.
Nice. Appropriate.
Yeah.
Appropriate confusion if that's what you heard.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, this was made from my bath bombs.
I let them get a little wet so they're mushy and then just mold them all together.
It's very cottagecore. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jin's like, Scott, just let me narrate.
Yeah. Wow. This is very cool. I'm quite fascinated to see inside.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
will
honor-
only see within the inner gates. You will not go any further, I promise.
Oh no, that's fine. Even just being up close is quite an honor. I imagine it's quite well protected.
I mean, if it survived the calamity, it's got to be strong.
Yeah.
But wait, if we're not allowed past the gate, how are we supposed to see who we're supposed to see? I'm assuming you're gonna go fetch her.
He pauses and turns to show you. She will be at the gate.
Wonderful. Thank you.
He nods and continues on his path.
Yep.
Eventually, he takes you to the Black Gates and stops there, and you hear him say something under his voice, and you see the gates kind of shimmer, break, and pull themselves open as they kind of part in a outward motion. And he steps in and looks towards you. Follow me.
Nods
Yep.
and follows. Nods and follows.
Mm-hmm.
Behaving very, very
Or
politely.
we're gonna go see your sister.
I
This is
I
it.
know.
I mean,
I'm chewing my talons.
Man, I'm so happy for you. I'm stoked.
I just wished it didn't cost us 160 gold to get to this point. But
Didn't
I'm
have
very happy
to.
for you too.
Yeah.
Didn't have to.
Oh, well, friends in high
Live and let
places.
learn.
Yeah. I progress and start looking for a lady or.
As you enter into the gate, the massive doors close behind you, and you are all shrouded in darkness for a moment before a series of soft blue lights light up the room, and you find yourself in a fairly large annex. And the drow man turns towards you and says, "Wait here," before he leaves and goes through what looks to be another smaller door. And as you watch him, you realize it's part of an even grander door that seems to cascade inwards. If you've ever seen cathedrals with their heaven gate
Yeah.
doors,
Mhm.
that's one of those things.
Catholics know nothing about that.
um, but you are left in the annex, and you can discuss among yourselves as you wait.
All right, come here, buddy. And I start doing the cape and I drape it nicely for Aura. Just have it sitting, just so. I know that you have Greaves to do this, but
He's not with us today. I mean,
No.
he's back at the safe house.
And as your announcer, I should really be the one to.
Hey guys.
Or if you want, I can make you look a little more flashy if that's what you like.
I don't know what I like.
No, he's regal enough as he is.
Guys, thanks for
Hmm.
coming with me. It means a lot.
That's what friends are for, friend.
Is there a visible on Or's anywhere on Or's person? Is there a visible symbol of Clutch Black Talon?
There is what you assume to be a brooch on his cloak, fastening it shut. That has an embossed Talon emblem, but there's no coloring to it.
That's fine.
All right.
But I gotta say I'm not 100% comfortable with the darkness that we're in right now. Well, the dimmed light. It just seems a little ominous for what we're supposed to be.
It's just the environment.
Yeah. We're in the black. What's it called? The Black Path.
The
Black
Keep,
Fortress.
I think.
Black Fortress.
Yeah.
Black Fortress. Yeah, it's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Just kind of weirds me out. So
I'm sorry if goth architecture weirds you out. But it's definitely on brand. I mean, it's a little I'm more of my goth is a little bit different, but I can appreciate all other forms of gothiness in my
Cottage
life.
goth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Witchy.
I mean, it gives me tingles in my spine and not good ones, but
It's okay. We just gotta expose you more to this subculture. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alright. So once I get Aura all sorted, I will stand at at his side and ever so slightly behind.
Mhm.
I'll stand behind Or as well.
All right. As you wait, about 10 minutes pass before a door to your left opens and some more pale blue light kind of pours in, and you hear your guide's voice saying, "This way."
Thank you.
Totally follow.
You step into what looks to be a fairly straight hallway, and your guide just seems to suddenly appear in front of you as he folds his hands across his chest and gives a bow to all of you and turns around sharply on his heel and starts leading you down the hall in a fairly quick pace.
Mm.
A heel to toe kind of militaristic step. And as he leads you, I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh wow, cool. Like, okay.
Is
That's
mine
a
at
savage.
disadvantage because of the point of exhaustion?
Yes,
Mhm.
everything skill-wise is at disadvantage.
Oh no.
Wisdom saves. I'm proficient in those, and we're rolling
11.
dice. So that would be a 7 because I nat one. Actually, Daphne wants to use her reroll.
You
Like,
do
We have
rerolls.
rerolls.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
have a
thanks
reroll.
chat
That
for
is
all your
so
things.
much better. That is a
This is for
19
mine.
natural. So plus 7 is a 26. Like,
It's 26.
Not
I'm
sure if
not.
it'd be
It
worth
is
it.
too early in the morning for me for a nat 1.
I'd like to use a reroll, but I'm not sure if it'd be worth it for me at this point because
Then-
everything that I do is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's up
I
to
rerolled
you.
and got 13.
You know what?
I
I'll
am
use a
really
reroll.
not wise.
You would still roll at disadvantage.
I
Still,
think
there you
rules is
go.
written.
Nice.
Oh, nice, perfect.
I am
Very
in my own game
nice.
and lurking, but hey there.
Thank you, Silence.
Are you keeping your roll, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody but Or doesn't really notice a physical change or a shift to their visual aspect. You or your eyes keep sliding away from the walls and patterns. You get sort of dizzy as if you were on a merry-go-round that's going a bit too fast, and you can't quite remember the path you're taking. You know you're following the person in front of you, but you think you are leading left and right. Like, you're very disoriented.
Mhm.
And the rest of you, as you kind of follow the drow man kind of down the hall, you take note of great frescoes kind of lining the wall, and they depict people, a woman that looks like a spider, and a great battle. A depiction of what looks to be the city, and this woman standing above it, crowned and wreathed in light of some sort. And it's unique in its make because it seems to be carved into the wall itself.
Okay. Could I make a history check?
You can make a
I was gonna
religion
say,
check.
would
A religion check.
I was gonna
Okay.
would any of us recognize that being on the wall?
You can roll religion.
17.
17.
Okay.
Or just too busy
16.
trying to keep his breakfast down.
17. Yeah. You would both know her to be Loth, the Spider Queen, the goddess of the Drow people at one point. They themselves no longer worship her, but seem to have kept the frescoes to her as a way to either remember their history or simply to preserve the art history that is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. And it is beautiful. It is a very beautiful relief. It's just a reminder of a darker past.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Interesting.
I'd be like, Daphne, do you remember that one time? And he won't say as much, but obviously the first time we were here and I had to try and convince them that my gift to her
Daphne guided
was a song.
Yeah. That's right. With that one with that really, really hot drow lady. She made things really, really happy for me just by admiring her beauty. Man, I should have tossed my onions then, but I guess not.
Yeah, she had that look that seems to be your taste, you know, like could crush you with thighs.
Yes, that's exactly my taste.
It's your brand, your flavor.
That's my flavor.
It is.
Yeah.
It
so is.
That's my flavor.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's yeah. That's how I enjoy my ladies.
I was gonna turn. Zev turns the ore. Does Zev notice that ore looks a little off?
Make a perception check.
Oh, that nat 20 would have been really nice.
He looks a bit weary, but other than that, can't really tell.
Or are you okay? You look a little tired. You look a little more tired than when we left the house.
Yeah, I'm good. Has this hallway always been straight?
Yes, keep up as the drow continues onwards. His pace becomes quicker. He's leaving you behind at this point.
Yeah, I'm following.
You need me to carry you, or you know I don't mind it.
I'll be good for now. It must be the nerves.
All right.
Thanks.
I'll just fall behind, but I'm gonna try to keep a close eye on, or make sure he doesn't just fall.
Eventually, you are led into what looks to be a very large round room, and the drowned man opens the door, gives a bow of his head, and steps in.
Walk in also.
You see 3 figures there, 2 drow women, and what looks to be an Aarakocran woman. It is your sister, Or.
Lysana? Is it actually you?
Lysana turns and she smiles. Or, as she goes up to you and just pulls you into a great big hug.
It's a mass of feathers and wings. You look good.
I look the same.
I'm so glad to see you. Have you been?
I've been well. How have you been?
I mean, it was a little rough sometimes. I mean, I think I sprained my wing in the crate from having it curled up so long. But, it's fine now. And we're together. I guess I should ask about Mom and Dad, but I maybe shouldn't.
She gives you a tight smile before she just pulls you into another hug and says, later, perhaps.
Okay, later. Where have you been staying? Here?
I've been staying here in the fortress, yes.
Or visibly shivers a little. Hey, I'm glad you're safe. I mean, apparently this place withstood the calamity.
Makes sense. I mean, it is a rather old building.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? These are my friends. I met them along the way. Jorah, Daphne, and Zev.
Nice to meet all of you. I'm Or's sister.
We spoke through
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, it's amazing to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
I'm sure he's been telling all sorts of tales about me.
I'm gonna give her a bow and like reach out to take her hand and kiss the back of it like a true gentleman.
She giggles a little and says, "Oh, or you didn't tell me you had such wonderful friends."
He's taken. I'm sorry.
Dev will bow ever so politely and respectfully, trying himself not to fall over from exhaustion. But it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Your
He
brother
curtsies.
your brother has been a great asset around us. He's also pretty cool.
Thanks.
I would expect nothing less of or.
Or is going to take out from inside his cloak the carved stone statuette that he was finished up. I made you something. It's half angel, half you. I just had a dream, and you know, I'm not very good, but I missed you.
She takes it and smiles. I missed you too. I wish I could offer gifts, but I have none.
That's okay. You're just finding you is enough of a gift, honestly.
She beams at you as she holds the statue to her chest.
So, are you gonna stay here with the other refugees?
I'm going to stay as long as I need to, but I'm moving on to Rose Wyvern, as most of our clan has moved there.
The clan made it out?
Some of us.
I see. Well, we're doing some work for some people, right, Jorah?
Yes. The gentleman that helped rescue Or, in fact.
Yeah. And remind me where we're heading?
At the moment,
We're at a loose end?
there's definitely things we could be doing, but we are here to reunite family right now.
So, okay. Do you want to maybe get some food? Catch up?
I would love to, but I have duties to the clan at the moment.
I see. Well, if you need any help, you know, or awkwardly scratches his head. I was never good at that sort of thing, but I can help, I guess.
She gives you a kind smile and says, I would love that. But I think it's safer for you to hide for now.
It's still that bad?
The bounty on your head has increased tenfold.
Oh,
No.
Hold on. He has a bounty?
He is the lord of the clan. Has he not told you?
No.
No,
This is news.
He said he was a knight.
So, Dad?
Or did
He
you know?
was taken in the night.
I see.
His head was delivered to me the following morning.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with that alone.
It is what I had to do. I am the lady of the house. It is what I deal with.
I don't know what I would have done.
If it is any comfort to you, my lady, we will do all we can to protect him.
I would like for you guys to protect him the best you can. The fate of our clan quite literally rests with him.
Now that we have an understanding of the situation, will allow us to better act upon it. Do you have details about the bounty, perhaps?
No, I left before the news reached me.
But you
I
know
just
that the
know it
bounty-
increased.
To how much?
I'm not sure. My spies have told me it's increased, but I've not heard back from them in a fortnight.
Did they give you a number at all, like at any point?
No.
We have contacts and resources we can use to perhaps seek some information on this so that we might know how best to defend him.
If you go to the Falcon Shore on my behalf, I would be most gracious, but
I'd fly there myself, but I don't think that's what you want.
I don't want that at all. I want you safe.
Thanks, sister.
I think we'd have a really hard time getting Daphne across the seas to Falcon Shore.
Even with magic, I feel keeping him away from the people that want him dead is wisest. Well, there are channels we can use to seek this information without us having to do it personally.
That would be great, but I already have spies, and if your spies trip over mine, it could be a disaster.
True. Do you have someone who has the magic to communicate with us? In the way I can.
I do, but she's away at the moment.
Okay. Perhaps we could try to invest in a communication piece between us so that if you do gather information, we can know in real time. Just in case we have to put up defenses quickly.
If you meet her in Dragonwall, perhaps... She pauses. No, Dragonwall's under siege. That would be unwise. Or keep the door of a stronghold. It's a bastion for people who wish to get lost, from what I understand.
Or keep. Alright. Do you wish for us to know details of her to find her, or would you rather she find us?
I would rather her find you.
Understood.
The less that we spread these things around, the more safe we can all be.
I understand. Well, alright. It will at least be safe enough for her to know the description of us and that she's seeking us rather than bringing Aura into it as well.
Don't worry. She looks at all of you. And then looks to your guide. He'll describe what you look like.
Isena, I promise you, on our family's name, one day, we'll be safe enough that we can catch up. Or we'll look inside his cloak, shuffle around. I think it's my last one. He pulls out a small badge. On it is a crossed lance emblem embossed in stone. If we need to find you, we can find this object. It's only about the size of a ring head, but if you keep it on you, maybe we'll have a chance.
She takes it and nods. Okay. Oh, she looks to your guide, who steps forward and produces 2 blue stones. He gives one to your sister and one to you, or
It's
so
pretty.
you can talk.
Oh, thank you.
He bows his head. So you can stay in contact with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It means more to me than you know. I guess even being at the Black Fortress is putting myself and you in danger.
For we're fine for now, or your sister kind of says as she just kind of ruffles your cheeks gently and then kisses the top of your head. We're safe within these walls.
We are. I'm gonna lift her up and spin her around. Do you remember when I used to do this when you were tiny? Just
I do.
chick out of an egg. I miss those times. They were simpler.
I miss them too. I miss flying over the sea, feeling the spray of the water, watching the herrings and our neighbors dive for fish.
I don't understand how you can live here, much less inside this fortress.
We do what we must because we have to.
Yeah.
I'll be moving in a week's time to Rosewhite, if you want to meet there, ever.
I'd like that. I'd like that very much.
Me too.
And I'm sure Jorah would too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well. Well.
I'm so glad we found each other here.
The gods shown favor to us. Always keep that in mind as she kisses your cheeks.
I guess so. I don't think we can do it for real right now, but when was the funeral for Dad?
There wasn't one.
I see. I'll do in absentia. Tonight?
She nods.
Just at sunset so we can say the words at the same time.
Okay. She pulls you into another tight hug. Remember, we fly free until the day we die.
Free. We fly free. Thank you.
She hugs you once more before she looks to the rest of you and says, you protect him.
With my life.
And my honor.
Good.
Absolutely.
And maybe someday I can cook you all our national dish. I would like that very much.
Oh,
Okay.
you're joking. Daphne, you're a good cook, but oh, I won't spoil the surprise.
I mean, yes, but also, I love it when people cook for me. So, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can only learn from, like, if you're gonna cook dishes from somebody else's land, the best place to do it is from someone from that land. Just saying.
Yeah. It was an honor to meet you, my lady.
It's an honor to meet all of you. Any friend of ours is a friend of mine.
Glad to hear it.
And whatever you do next, please tell me. I want to hear about all the adventures you are on.
I will.
Sure.
I'll let Jorah tell them. He's, pretty good at that sort of stuff.
Good. I have to get back to the elderly now.
Thank you for taking care of them.
Are you coping well financially as a clan?
We don't have finances.
Do you need them?
The city is taking care of us. But We are refugees in the city. We are limited in what we can get and have. Though they've been honoring our petitions when we've asked for supplies. They've treated us well.
Would you accept a donation towards the clan?
It would be fantastic, but it would go quickly.
I mean, it never hurts to have a little extra gold on hand for any situation, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna go into my bag of holding and I will produce 100 gold for her.
She takes it and thank you.
I'll throw in 50 gold of my own.
She takes it and tucks it away.
I'm gonna give her a hug and I'm gonna just not even try to be slight about it, but just give her my coin purse.
She takes it and says, "No, keep it."
I need to know the elderly have food and blankets.
We have food and blankets. The city provides us, but this will go mostly towards housing.
Absolutely.
That's important. I'll hand out, or I'll offer the coin purse.
She takes it. This will help settle a lesson in Rose Wyvern, if anything.
Good.
Daphne's also just gonna donate 100 gold because we all know Daphne hoards money. So it's like,
Yeah.
like normally this would like hurt Daphne's soul on the inside, but like it's just freely given because I absolutely like take 100 gold, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course.
We look after
Of
our
course.
own.
Your Majesty.
My lord.
Okay.
Council member would be an appropriate title.
Of course, councilman.
I like my lord,
big grin.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just ore to me, and he's always just going to be ore.
That's good. I like ore. I can remember that, I think.
Well.
I guess a quick question. I have one last question for you, milady. And if this was answered already while I was getting my mini wheats, like let me know. Who do we know who contracted the bounty on Or's head?
No, she wasn't sure, but Or would have more knowledge on it as it is part of his story as a whole, but she herself wouldn't know.
Okay.
If you ask the question, Or would say, well, my parents did kind of start a coup against the local nobles. We were just, an aristocratic family. We weren't actually in charge, and didn't exactly go to plan.
Gotcha. Now the picture is coming a little bit clear.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You started a civil war, essentially.
Well, I guess my parents did.
Yeah. I mean, the collective Lewis in your clan started the civil war.
Yeah. There's a reason Aarakocra males don't tend to lead clans.
I guess, just to kind of continue on, did you succeed?
Well, I mean, I can guess not, but to be honest, I don't know.
So, out of character, from what I'm guessing is the refugees from Falcon Shore are particularly from the clan that sided with his family?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, but Falcon Shore itself still has the other side, like, inhabiting it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, just kind of getting that picture in my head about what's going on. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, as long as we keep you safe.
I mean,
lady.
when we have a strong guy like Jorah, I'm safe. Am I picking on you too much today, Jorah?
Nope. I can take it.
I'm glad.
I know
I mean,
my
you are.
strengths, and I accept that that's not one of mine. I'm glad it isn't. I go for a particular aesthetic, and it is not a buff one.
Respect that.
I like big brain energy, not big brawn energy.
Complete opposite of me.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them big and big.
Yeah. Anyway, aside from my personal qualities and tastes, it was an honor, milady, and I'll give her
Absolutely.
a bow.
She bows back and says, "It is good to meet all of you."
And you. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Yeah.
Jorah's gonna clutch the blue stone to his heart. I'm never gonna let this go, you know?
Good.
We could get it crafted into something you can wear around your neck.
I think I'll do that.
If she's heading out, I think once she's no longer in view, I'm just gonna look at Or, and without like saying anything or asking, I'm just gonna give him such a big hug.
Thanks, Jorah.
I'm sorry, Or.
I mean, I don't know what I expected. That should have probably been top of the list.
Doesn't matter if you expect it or not. It still sucks.
Yeah.
I'd be beside myself if I lost my mind.
I mean, he was a dick, but...
Well, okay. Alright. Fair enough.
He wasn't that bad.
Yeah. And now we have to really protect you, huh? My lord.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't even know what would happen if I bit it.
Now that you're leader of your clan, how do you feel about the coup that was started? I mean, would it be something you would want to try and stop and have peace talks?
I mean, if it's not too late.
Yeah.
I barely knew the people.
Yeah. Not something we have to worry about now, but I guess if your end goal is to maybe go home, then
I don't care where I am as long as the clan's safe and happy and healthy.
well, that's good. Seems like they will be.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
Make a new home in Rose River.
I mean, it is a nice place.
Yeah. Very air focused.
I'll say.
I will.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's okay. I mean, Marigold is nice. I think they'll fit right in, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad experiences, but I want Or to be as safe as possible. We all do, and when he moves to Rose River, that's definitely going to have a an impact on that. However, if there is an active bounty on his head, I think we need to figure out a way to do something about that.
Yep. It sounds like it's a big one as well.
And I mean, we have some underground connections, so we could probably figure out who has the bounty contracted. Well, like, not just we figure who has it contracted, but which organization is following through with that contract. Or it could
Right.
just be like a free for all kind of thing. Like who is organ. There's always someone who organizes the bounties.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think we might want to put that on our list of things to do sooner rather than later.
That was when we are somewhere we feel safe. I was going to be reporting in. I feel
Mm,
like leaders of certain organizations might have some info on that.
that's true.
After that is
Oh,
pinged, I figure maybe approaching Grand
I mean,
Mistress.
I
Mm.
agree with all of this, but I don't understand.
Mm.
Why would they want my head? It's like the least valuable part of me.
You,
Like
It
it's the
proves
my
your
my
main part that
limb.
keeps
it
you alive.
it
Yeah.
keeps you alive and
Oh, that makes
and it
sense.
proves your identity.
Mm, that makes sense. I was just thinking, like, I'm not that smart or charming like you or Jorah, but it's my muscles that are the valuable part.
If they
It
chopped it off, you know.
Yeah,
it is
I guess that makes sense.
it's very hard to cast Revivify on somebody who doesn't have a head. I'll put it to you that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your guide clears his throat and says, "This is all fascinating, but do you wish to
Yes.
depart?"
Yes, we will
Yeah.
walk and talk. Thank you very much.
Sorry, we tend to do that a lot, sir. Didn't mean to hold you up. You are doing a fantastic job, by the way. I appreciate you and all that you do here.
Mm-hmm.
He gives a bow of his head as he leads you back through the hall. "Your sister has hired me personally, and if you wish to coordinate with myself, my network can help your network.
Ah,
Ah, do you have details of your network?
If you are entering into a contract with me, yes."
Oh, my entering into contacts with people to do things is kind of occupied, but nothing to stop. Or
Yeah, why not? What's the contract?
It is simply my services, the services of those who work with me, under me, and he kind of gestures around for me.
ah,
Sounds like a deal. I'll make a deal.
do you have a name for yourself? I mean,
Yes, you
or the
can call me.
organization.
You just can call me Kjorlin.
Kjorlin.
Yeah, I'll put it into the
Mm-hmm.
chat for ya.
Oh, thank you,
Right.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because
Yeah.
I need to make a few calls, but it may be that my people may wish to contact your people. It would not be for me to necessarily make the contract, but they might.
Daphne just gestures to her three friends. These are my only people.
That's not true. My people is also you listen.
This is my roommate, this is my child, this is my bodyguard.
I will clarify, I'm not in charge of the organization, I just
Oh.
vary the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I am the face of the organization, so we can
Mm.
have a public presence.
Gotcha.
It's a lovely face.
Thank you.
Very
And-
angular.
My mother's features, I'm told.
Well,
Just compliment this man.
yeah.
So, Jorlin, what kind of deal do you think we should make?
You just simply have to be in contract with me to get access to my company.
Oh, do we spit and shake?
No, you have to do some paperwork. There
Oh.
is a small sign-on fee, but it is only 5 gold, as it is a motivator, more or less.
Is it a subscription service? Does he have to continue to pay?
No, once you've paid, it's a done deal.
Oh, okay. Wow, that is a fairly interesting deal you have there. I mean, rather cheap. How do you make your money if you're going to have such a cheap sign up fee and collect like how do you continue the organization financially if it's not through getting paid from your services? I'm just curious
What
because I'm a
we,
business lady.
of course,
Mhm.
what we are doing are minor aspects of my larger organization's dealings.
Ah, okay. Can I insight this guy?
Yeah,
I imagine this is the fee just to become members, and then individual jobs may have a fee, perhaps.
21 on my insight.
he's being pretty straightforward with
Super
you.
honest.
And when
Okay.
Jorah says that, he nods. We charge by the job.
Gotcha.
The contract is simply a agreement between us
All right. Just
that
wanted
we
to.
protect what's yours and you never hear of it.
Okay, like sorry for asking so many questions. Like I've actually had a bounty on my head before and it wasn't fun, and I kind of messaged where I found out that he kind of got swindled out of 160 gold yesterday from people, and as you can tell, we're just a little protective and we want to make sure that he's getting an actual deal and not getting swindled again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry. The Iron Eyes are here for you.
The Iron Eyes, is that a history check to make?
Yes.
Yeah, can I?
Mhm.
All those things I'm proficient in, but
Dory.
Daphne
Nope.
is a hermit. She has no fucking idea. She got a 7. She is proficient in history but rolled a 2. So
Yeah,
Ooh.
neither of you've heard of the Iron Eyes.
yeah.
Then it gives some credence to what he's saying. Their group's very discreet.
Mm.
Doesn't sound like a bad deal, or if that's something you want to do.
Yeah. Hey, Jorah, can I borrow 5 gold? I'll pay you back.
You don't
I gave all my money to
You
Lizana.
don't need to. Here's his fee, and I'll pass the 5 gold over.
Thank
You
you.
just
I'll pay
let
you
me-
back.
No. Just let me know when you need something, okay?
Thank you.
He takes the 5 gold and pulls up his sleeve, and you see kind of branded on his forearm, like up here, right up on here, a what looks to be a backwards C with a line down through the middle of it, with a diamond kind of imprint in the center of it. And he holds up the gold, and you see the gold kind of float up for a moment before it kind of melts in a strange liquid before it kind of forms over this branding, and the gold seems to embed itself on top of it. And he says, "Contract connected."
That was cool.
He pulls down his sleeve again.
Mm-hmm. The last time I did that, I ended up with a tattoo that's not left me, so I'm not going to do it.
You have a tattoo?
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll show you it later.
Okay.
Jorah's like cool or artsy or something.
It's true. I have a
All
few
cool
tattoos,
people have
but this
tattoos,
one
that's
is
true.
I'll show you the poor attempt of my the drawing of the symbol. It's lovely. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Where did you
there.
share it?
On the
Oh yeah,
city
your
map.
sister's drawing it. Yeah,
Oh,
I see
on the
it.
city map. Oh.
Yeah.
Love it.
Adorable.
Yeah. I'll like roll down my sleeve and just kind of show it just to Daphne so that nobody else can see it. He has like it's an ash tree branch, and there's hawthorn, and there's berries and flowers and stuff like that. So it's very clearly his mark from his contract. You
There
see?
is a look of Daphne going, that is so incredibly gay. I love it.
Thank you. I did not choose the design. It appeared on me when I woke up the following morning, very hungover, and realized I may have entered into something I didn't realize.
Well, that's why, I don't enter into contract with fake creatures. But,
I did. I'm not regretting it now. I'm very happy with.
If if you don't think a relationship is a contract, then we need to talk.
True. Contracts are important when first entering into relationships. You need to understand boundaries and
right. Yeah. So we got to make sure to get you a prenup at some point. Like.
I mean, okay, yeah, sure.
Hi, like apparently Daphne studied law school. Like she had like she had a lot of time in her hands being in the forest, so she just she did some remote learning. She is a sage.
I appreciate you looking after my best interests.
Sure, but seriously, you've been dating Beltane for what, like a few months?
Yep.
It's a really long time.
It
like,
is.
Are you gonna get married or not?
I don't know how that works when it comes to people that we're not gonna name because we're in other company. But
right.
It's okay. I'm not sure how that works. Or, because a few months to the other person you speak of, and in theory to my people too, is not that long. We live for nearly 1,000 years. Me.
I don't think I can count that high.
No.
My parents never got married.
Yeah.
Some parents don't. Mm-hmm.
The answer is I'm not really sure. I am making up as I go along. This is technically my first actual relationship. So I'm learning as I go.
Well, Jorah, I know I don't really understand things, but if you ever need help, I'm sure I can find people that do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, I think, Satan, you're right. I just saw in chat that Jorah's not the one that needs to prenup. He ain't got shit. I do have a business, but
it's all right. We'll secure prenups for you. It's fine.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's a conversation I feel like we only just had the conversation about this definitely being a serious relationship. I feel like we could wait for the.
I think you're on a really good timeline right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like definitely got I think what you actually what you need is you need like that weekend getaway by yourselves, and then then after that you need like the long vacation to yourselves to see if like the 2-week vacation where you're really that's what I read anyway in like this magazine that gets delivered to my house sometimes. I think it's like called, what is it called?
Playboy?
Cosmo.
It's Cosmo, but it's about the stars and the
yeah. So I don't know what your star sign is, but
Keep it Gemini.
Yeah.
Sure.
Daphne's got big Sagittarius energy. Let's be legit here. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. We're walking and talking, by the way.
Yeah, like, we're walking and talking. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe a weekend getaway will be nice.
Yeah. Kjorlen kind of leads you back outside of the Black Fortress and leads you back down the path towards the city proper. And as you get turned to the city limits, like the visible line of like, this is the road, this is the city limits, it's Ohio and Michigan roads. And he peels off and departs and separates from you.
Bye.
See
I will be in contract.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
He gives a bow with his head before he just blends into the crowd without any fuss.
Wow, he's really good at that.
Yeah. Safe house. Call to Daddy.
Your squeeze.
Yep. Then we'll see if there's any actionable stuff given from him. If not, I feel like also communicating with the Grand Mistress about what she may have heard about a bounty on Or's head, or if she's able to acquire that information. Sound good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yep. Let's get to the safe house and make our plan, like get the information out and make our plans on how to move forward. Like, and that's just like if we just don't get some world leaders going, by the way, we need you to go do this really, really dangerous thing that you're underqualified for again, because like that, hopefully they have learned their lesson and will not do that to us ever again.
I don't know, you say underqualified, but like we've done it now and proven that we were successful, so are we now in theory qualified for that?
I think that's the definition of the word qualified.
Yeah.
We're qualified to repeat that situation or of equal measure, not qualified to take on
capable,
new
maybe not. Yeah, capable, not qualified.
We're still interning here, okay?
Okay. Making beeline towards safe house.
Okay. You make there without much issue, and you can do what as you will.
Yeah.
I'll pull Ort. I was just gonna pull Ort to the side and say, "You got a bounty?"
Yeah, I think I've had one the whole time.
You realize that makes you pirate-esque, right?
Committing the crime is what makes you pirate-esque, surely.
I like to point out that I had a bounty on my head, and I was definitely not pirate-esque at all. I'm assuming we're like in the safe house now having this conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to wait till we got back into the. I wanted to wait till we got back out of public to have this conversation.
Yeah.
You know, once you start your crew back up, can I be the first member, please? That'll make me pirate-esque.
A look of surprise will just come over Zeb's face. Are you serious?
I mean, you get to sail around, right?
Let's have that conversation if we find the High Wind's Grace.
Okay.
If we find the High Wind's Grace. If not, if we can't find it, then I might need to get another boat at some point. But
well, that's
pinning
okay.
that for now. Pinning that for now. Or did you know about the bounty? I assume yes.
Well, I knew they're after me. The bounty is, part of it, I guess. I didn't know specifically about the bounty. I just kind of assumed and laid relatively low.
I'll just look to Jorah. Does this mean we have to play Secret Service to Or at this point?
We've already been somewhat protective over his identity where possible, when given the chance.
Beltane gave us a little information.
Yeah, we were just handed him after he'd been smuggled out in a box and told, keep him safe. So we have.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat.
I wasn't going to mention it.
It's good.
I mean, I'm just... Thank you, Satan.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Satan.
Yeah. Thank you, Satan. She is officially my warlock patron. Yeah, we're already keeping him safe. I don't think we necessarily have to change, but now that we know that it's the bounty's gone higher and that he is a direct target, we'll just have to be more careful. But provided we are in communication with Beltane, which I will do momentarily, just to get a feel of the situation. I mean, we're friends, some of us working for us, some of us complicated with, criminal mob bosses. So
Some of us do very illegal magic.
Some of
Yeah.
us, I stepped on someone's foot yesterday.
Oh, you're so terrible. Or I just noticed that
The
Seth
worst
is
type
not
of,
here.
the worst type
Anyway,
of person.
why don't I ring in that call, get some information, pass them on, and then go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
They had a Beltane for me.
I will. I'm just gonna go and he goes upstairs so he can do it privately.
Don't have too much fun.
Yep. I'll try not to. Hey, Beltane, are you free to talk?
Mute.
There's a long pause before you hear him say, "I am."
Good. I have a vast amount of information for you.
All right.
Also had a very interesting conversation with Lilith, the Grand Mistress.
How is the old bird? She's wonderful, you know.
Yeah, well, she didn't actually tell me she knew who I was until like a decent bit into the conversation, and
Oh yes, she's a bit of a prankster like that. That's why we get along so well.
yeah, sure, yep. She did say she could see what you saw in me, so I'm just saying.
High praise from the lady.
Yes. Okay. So we came here to seek out Aura's sister. We managed to find her after a couple minor mishaps. But you don't need to know the details of those. She has confirmed that the majority of their clan who have managed to make it out have gone into refugee status here and are moving towards Rosewyvern. She also told us that Aura's father has passed away, making Aura the lord of their clan, or leader, council member. And his bounty has increased tenfold. So, naturally, we are concerned about this. And I was hoping you might be able to use all the vast amount of context that you have to perhaps give us some understanding about the price that's on his head, and also if there are interested parties that have taken up that task and are seeking him out.
I can lend one my lieutenant, but I can't say to the matter personally.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to lift your beautiful fingers over this, but you could have your people perhaps look into it.
No, I can certainly give it a go, but I'm not promising anything.
I understand. We just, we want to keep Orr safe, and naturally, I imagine anyone coming for his head is going to end up going through us, so it would be good to have a heads up. Before
I can give you what I see, but I can't be your eyes and ears.
No, yeah, sure, okay, yeah.
Information comes at a heavy price, and I'm a bit strained for resources at the moment. I've got to deal with all your leaders you've brought to my door.
Oh, I did not bring them to your door. They were already at your door.
Is Jorah's first fight?
No. Fine.
Is it?
I'm just like scooting next to Orr, and like we're just like looking at you, like
you guys at the bottom of the stairs listening in.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like,
There's a laugh from Beltane. I know, but I've had to pull a lot of my contacts back because of everything. The lieutenant you'll be dealing with, he's resourceful, but he doesn't directly stay in contact with me at all times. It's purposely built so in case he gets caught, he knows nothing of me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, any help you can offer would be appreciated. We're also considering speaking with the Grand Mistress about it. You know, just just to try and get a little ahead of the game so that we're not just constantly on the back foot. I don't really want to get assassinated if I can avoid it.
I will do my best, but I can't promise the world on this.
Alright. Also, Aura says hi.
I'll tell dear Or I said hello. And I think you'll like my contact, my lieutenant. He's a bit of a flirt.
Huh. I do like flirty people.
I think you've already met him, in fact.
Oh? Who?
The Triton. He came to me looking for information about a ship.
Oh. I
I've
don't
met
know if
him.
I personally met him, but I look forward to meeting him.
Well, whoever was looking for that information. The ship is beyond my realm. It's on the Southern Isles in the far seas. I have no control there, and I cannot go get that ship.
No. Alright. Well, I can pass that on for you then.
Of course. But I held up my bargain on that part.
Yes.
Do drink some water. The air's a bit dry from what I understand.
Yeah, I'm not used to being underground. I'm wilting away.
The sun never shines.
No, I know. This alchemy jug's just not doing it anymore. Well, okay. Given that you are low on your resources and we are, aside from figuring this out, is there anything you would require of me that might help you?
No, this is more of an internal matter at this point on my end. Reallocating all of the lost funds I had to put forward.
I'd offer to give you a business loan, but how the tables have turned. No, I'm kidding. I have about 500 gold to my name, which is still quite a lot for traveling minstrel.
You could almost buy a small bookshop with that. How quaint.
Couldn't I just? Yeah. I did have 600, but I may have given some money to the Arakok crew. Felt like they needed it.
A noble deed, then.
I am nothing but noble deeds. Well, if there is anything I can do for you in any of the several capacities under which I have dealings with you, just let me know.
Continue to be my warlock, my dear.
I'm doing my best.
Go forward and have some fun. After all, that's what adventuring is about, yes?
Yeah, things have felt a little serious. Well, I did learn how to make cheese. That was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. But
that's a very important skill. People eat cheese.
Yes, I know. I've learned a whole lot of things. Oh, also Daphne offered me to like move in with her, so I have a permanent residence.
There's a pause. No, that's quite all right. I don't think that's necessary.
I'll wait, assuming that somebody has spoken to him. Well, anyway. I'll report back if there's anything important I find.
By all means. And good luck, John. I have my utmost faith in you.
Thanks. Also, sometime, when you have the time, given how busy you are, if you ever want to take a weekend away somewhere, just to, leave all those troubles behind.
If I had the time in the near future, I would. But for now, I must be who I am.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I
me too.
will-
We're so busy.
I've been following the updates. I'm very proud of all of you.
Me too.
But when we do have time, I look forward to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I will send you a gift in due time.
Oh, I look forward to that. I love gifts.
I know. That's why I give them.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.
Just sit there for a minute, hands on hips, just like, okay. Yeah, okay, all right. Just start heading downstairs.
Wait, here it comes. Make yourself look busy.
Oh. Like we just all like scatter from the bottom of the stairs, and I'm just like whistling as I pretend I'm kneading dough or something. Like.
Or is preening his already perfect feathers.
And you see, now if you're making bread, you need to add more yeast, but you don't really need that for pancakes, Sav. Like,
Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Oh, Jorah's back.
should
How
we
did?
do a deception check?
Sure, but you're all at disadvantage as
Sure.
Scattering, yeah. Yeah.
Or is not really gonna. Yeah. Okay.
It's a 13. I think. What? I think I have because I'm so. No, it's probably just straight 12 because I cannot. I cannot. I'm so not charismatic. Deception. Oh yeah, it's a 12 for me.
That's a 9.
How did
so
your
bad.
How did
Jorah,
you
your
call?
passive insight is higher than any of these numbers, I would
Yes,
say.
yeah, it's 13, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Jorah, how did your call with? Oh, who was it again? I don't remember. Go.
Oh, or you precious little thing, you.
It went fine, as I'm sure you all would have heard, although you were only hearing the one side of it.
What are you talking about?
So
we
is it gonna
were
be
down
a beach
in the
vacation?
kitchen.
Is it
We're
gonna
not-
be a winter wedding or a spring wedding? What do we have to plan for?
Man, I wasn't
We're
even
not-
thinking that far. We were just talking about him going on vacation.
I'm not going on vacation is the answer. He's too busy. But it's fine. Did get information on your ship, though, Zev. They're far in the southern isles, in the far seas. He's no control there, so they're
Wait,
quite
the
far.
Southern Isles?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great news, right?
Is that great news, DM?
Roll a history check.
I mean, any news is great news, right? At least you know.
Depends.
Any news is news.
I mean, I think it
I
depends.
guess.
At least we have an awareness of where they're.
17.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Yes, I did.
Okay. 17. The Southern Isles in the Farsi, They're not really an inhabited space. They are more of a wild subtropical set of island chains that provides safe harbor to those who need it, but it's not a place to stay.
So she's going on a fucking spree with my ship. Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll say that to myself.
Did she go to the equivalent of Tortuga, is what you're saying?
No, Tortuga would be a safe haven. This is not
Okay.
a safe haven.
Yeah.
But she's out. There's somebody out there gallivanting with my ship. Is all you need to know right now, and I
Well,
intend to get it. I intend to get her back at some point. But right now, our focus is ore.
Which he's not going to be much help with. He said he'll send one of his lieutenants our way, the Triton that you spoke to. He said I would like him because he's a flirt.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
Triton?
Yeah. So
Wait, Jorah, back up. He said you'd like him because he's a flirt? What is that
Yeah.
supposed to mean?
Are y'all in
Even
a
though-
molecule?
know.
Am I just pulling an Orm move and not understanding that? Isn't he supposed to,
Or it's a lot a lot complicated, a lot more complicated than it is on the surface. I promise you.
is it?
This is in character for Daphne.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's fine, guys. It's fine. He's sending me a gift. In due time. But
Is
we
the gift
know
the
about
Triton?
Wait, Jen, this the Triton that Jorah is talking about. This is the same Triton I met back in the first episode,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't
Well,
make.
it's fine. It's Anyway, you guys. He isn't it's quite stretched thin with resources at the moment. Has nothing in particular we can help deal with because it's internal stuff. But the Triton might be able to help us figure out details about this bounty and who may be trying to pick up that job. We may have more luck with Lilith, I guess. Worth asking.
Jorah,
Mm?
do you need me to talk to Beltane?
I don't know how that would go.
I don't know either, but I can at least try if you need me to. I mean, I think we kind of saw how it went last time with that book, but...
Well, I don't think a cursed book is going to be involved. I'm not going to stop you having conversations you want to have, but neither do I feel like don't feel that you have to. He did say to say hello.
Oh. Or just is waving.
I'm sure he can see that. Yeah, that's. Okay. So I guess we try with Lilith. We wait for this Triton to get in touch. See where it goes from there.
We can also go to Orkeep to meet Lisana's assistant.
There's that also. Okay. Speak with Lilith. See where that takes us. Then try to find a means of transporting ourselves to Orkeep if we can.
Do we have to worry about where Jim is?
Jam!
I feel
Jim
like
kind of pops up from
There
behind
he
the
is.
table. Wow.
He's always here. He's just a very, very stealthy paladin.
Yeah.
I mean, he is small.
He probably has Pass Without Trace, like, innately or something.
I believe it.
That's what I'm guessing. Hi, Jam. We just wanted to for you to check in, to see what was going on. There's leftover pancakes. Did you want some?
He holds up a sack. Yes.
just like put like undo the foil and just like dump the pancakes in there for him. And here's a couple hard-boiled eggs for you too, honey.
Okay.
You're
Stuffs them all into his mouth and goes away.
Talk about chubby bunny.
Chubby kobold.
Chevy Cobalt. Ah, it's my other child. I love him.
Well, yep. Okay.
Hey, Jorah.
Yep. Or
I kind of listened into some of your call. I'm sorry. Are you
Truth be
okay?
told, we all kind of did.
I think he knows. And Jorah, I'm not sorry. I'm
I
okay.
am
wanna-
okay. I'm okay. Or
Do you want a hug?
sure. Yes. I'm a person who likes physical contact, and I'm not getting as much as I'm used to. So.
Well, my feathers are pretty soft, if I do say so myself. So, come here.
Okay. I'll give him a hug.
Or we'll wrap his wings
Maybe I
around.
could go get a hug from that Wallace. Just saying. No, I jest.
Oh.
Mhm. Let's go speak to
Yeah.
Lilith. We should probably contact Wallace though, because he'll be the one that has to get us in touch with her. But yeah.
Hey, Jorah.
Yeah.
You're pretty smart.
Yep. I'm alright.
Do you know if it's possible to get to the Southern Isles from I guess the closest exit would probably be Marble Marsh.
I mean, we would have to get another ship, I think. So.
There might be a teleportation circle.
I doubt that there's a teleportation circle in the Southern Isles.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah. What would I know personally of the Southern Isles, Jen, before I bullshit my way around that?
Roll a history check.
Sure. 15.
They are a rather wild set of islands. They are not populated. They are a safe haven if you need it, but they are not a recommended travel path for any sailors or merchants.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're. I don't think we were gonna get there easily. If you're planning on going there, you would have to get passage on another ship and convince them to go
Okay.
there, which it.
Here's another question for you then, Jorah.
Hmm.
And this is a hypothetical. You steal a ship, you take it through the roughest parts of the sea. You land on an abandoned isle to take refuge. What's next?
Perhaps they're seeking something there, or they're just laying low.
I mean, who am I in this situation? Sorry, I know it's a question for Jorah, but am I a pirate?
I guess yes. I guess in this hypothetical.
Well, don't pirates like to steal stuff and claim booty?
In a sense. Would I know of any rumors of treasure or something in the Isles?
Roll a history check.
Oh, that's a 3.
Not really.
I'll have to think about this when I'm less tired.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure how to help you with it.
It's all
Sakura.
good. I just figured I'd get some insight.
Yeah, I think if it is a recently acquired ship, then perhaps it is an attempt to lay low.
Take it for a joyride.
At this point, it's not the ship I'm worried about. It's the people that that have the ship. But we can discuss that another day, I suppose.
Sure.
If we're gonna talk about water stuff, we should probably get Daphne a ring of water walking. Maybe.
Do those
And-
exist?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of them. I haven't ever seen one. But, I think it would assuage her fear of water. Even a little.
I think we're gonna be hard pressed getting her on the seas to begin with, whether she has the ring or not. Or
I mean, we got me underground.
this is true.
You never know. You just have to motivate her properly.
Hell, I guess a promise of Kraken blood would probably motivate her.
Now you're thinking.
Yep. Good luck. Well, anyway, thank you for the concern, or I'm sure we can figure these things out when we are more able or informed.
Right.
Perhaps, but maybe we should go and seek out Grand Mistress.
Lady Lilith.
I'm gonna just go and open the door and pop my head out. Wallace?
You see the man step into view. Yes.
Hey, hi there. Could you pop inside for a moment?
He steps in.
We would like to, at the soonest convenience to the Grand Mistress, seek an audience with her. We have a couple questions.
All right, I'll go ask her if she's free.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
He bows his head and peels away.
I watch him as he leaves. All right. Okay. We'll see what she knows. It's worth asking, if nothing comes back, then nothing comes back. But if we,
I mean, worst comes to worst, we just form a perimeter around Aura and just protect him to the best of our ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about, guys? I'm literally invincible. Like, Jorah, try to punch me.
I'll try and punch him.
Or is just gonna put his hand on your head. You see, I'm invincible. Sorry, Jorah, that was kind of mean. I'm sorry.
It was.
You call that a punch?
How do I get a -1 and a +1? That's confusing. But yeah, I'll just
because strength is an unarmed attack. You always get a +1 despite your modifier. So
okay.
Wait,
it's a weird ruling, and I agree with it to an extent. So you can always have an attack in case you're disarmed. It's weird.
Yeah, but my mind.
You call that a punch?
Anyway, no, I don't call that.
I'm gonna throw a punch at the door.
You.
Okay.
Okay, go.
That's 5.
Yeah. You go. Wow. Okay. That's embarrassing because I've
I'm
never
tired.
made
Don't judge me.
to me being strong. I know I am not strong. Therefore, I own it, and it will not hurt or offend me.
I'm tired.
Your best qualities, guys, is your golden hearts, and I wouldn't trade you that for the world. So.
I have other best
Oh.
qualities, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I think that's the first time anybody's ever said that to me. Thank you, Or.
No problem. Well, do you want to spy on Wallace some more?
Yeah, but we'll wait for him to come back.
No,
He's
okay,
gone.
fine.
He's gone to ask later, but we can go and watch the window. I'm gonna go and like.
You
Or
go
are you up
to the
for
window of
some,
your safe house, and you see Wallace coming back.
I'll
Or are you
join.
up for some Three Dragons ante until we get some confirmation?
Sure.
He's
coming
coming right
back.
now. He's
Yeah.
already
Oh.
here.
Yeah. I'm just at the window watching him as he arrives.
As he arrives, he knocks on the door, and you see him pull out a pocket watch, looks at it, closes it, waits patiently.
Open the door. Hello again.
She will see you now.
Oh, wonderful. Come on then, everyone. Disaster gaze, roll out.
I never agreed to that name, but okay.
Hey, if you're part of the group, you're part of the group.
Aura's gonna bring the bottle of maple syrup with him.
Okay. You are led back into Lilith's office, and she's sitting there, kind of lounging back in her seat, and she looks up as you all come in. She takes off her glasses and sets them down, and she just watches all of you. You
Give her a
have
big bow.
questions?
Yes, Grand Missus. I stand up again from my bow. We do.
All right.
We have recently learned that while we were somewhat aware of Or having a bounty on his head, it has increased tenfold recently as he just acquired a title. And we were hoping, perhaps, with the resources and influences that you have, you either may already know or may be able to acquire the knowledge of the interested parties who may have picked up that job, or perhaps what the price is on his head.
I do not concern myself with much outside of the city.
Ah, that's fair. Well, all right.
Although I think that kind of narrows it down to like we can cross that anybody from here might have raised the bounty on him.
That's not necessarily true, but it's a possibility.
If word reaches your ears about this matter, would it be possible to receive word?
That can be arranged. If I hear of something or learn of something, I will let you know.
That is most appreciated. That is all, however, and I believe our business here is all but concluded, so we will be heading off. Before we leave, are you aware of a speedy means of travel between this city and Orkeep? Before we set off on the road.
Probably one of the temples. Though I don't know if we have a temple to Morden within the city itself.
The last time we went through a temple, we ended up things tried to murder us. So, but of course we took Jim's word.
We arrived. You may already know of this. The depths, the belly of an old temple here in the tunnels of this city.
I did not know of your arrival, but I do know of the tunnel.
Yeah, but we'll ask around. At
If it's safe
temples.
to do so, hopefully.
Yeah, but thank you for the advice.
I'm sorry I don't have more information, but the Aarakocra aren't really my concern. They are the city's concern.
Yes.
It's all good, Auntie Lily. I mean, Grand Mistress.
Never call me that again.
I am so sorry. It just slipped out. I... Please excuse myself.
Hmm.
Beltane sends his regards.
Of course he does.
And if I may be so bold, can I ask what would have happened to the Temple of Morden?
There's temple crossings between the cities,
But you said
but
that.
we're a drow people. We don't worship Morden.
But I think, like, was there a temple at some point, or?
No. The drow don't see Morden as a god to be worshipped.
Okay. Fair enough.
You have to understand our relationship with gods are Loth and the Everlight. And that's it. Oh, of course, we have Elistray and all that, but Morden is not elvish by any means. He is the Dorvish Allfather.
Fair enough. That was just all I was curious about. Thank you.
Grand Mistress,
Hmm.
I'd be curious to know if you have gained any awareness of the happenings in Dragonwall of late.
Information is scarce.
Hmm.
I will not risk my spies to go there.
Hmm.
If anything, I've withdrawn most of my people from the country.
Are you aware of the nature of their border patrols?
I'm very aware.
I'm curious about the nature of their seemingly vampiric guards and their ability to be out in daylight hours.
It was a curiosity of mine, too.
Yeah, they. I'm sharing this information with you as I trust Beltane's judgment in you as a friend. He may have already shared this with you as we've made him aware, but they were very, very curious about the inner workings of the Grand Library in Olivery. I'm not sure if that was their sole curiosity or if that's just the one they tried with our compatriots here. It may be that they're trying to figure out the inner workings of several cities and
I was not aware of this information, but thank you.
If Oliver is their only curiosity, fair enough, but it seems to me understanding the cities that they did not manage to get their foothold in may be the pattern, which would imply this city may also be a curiosity to them.
Perhaps, but the Drow don't keep their archives within the city itself.
It could just be buildings of importance, things that are structurally significant to the city as well. I don't know. I figured I would pass this on to you and see if you had any awareness, but it seems we're all in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Mm.
Jorah said curiosity. Maybe he should have said target.
The library of the Dawnmorn is a temple to Ayun, the ever-knowing mistress. We do not have such temples or buildings here.
But
and to usurp the all-knowing mistress would to be usurp knowledge itself, to gain access to realms beyond ours.
I mean, you do have a creepy, gothic, impenetrable, indestructible fortress made of basalt.
It's very cool.
I assume it is, but I've never been in myself. But it is not a place of worship. It is a place of holding and processing prisoners, most likely. Those who offend the city.
And
What?
refugees.
Refugees to an extent.
If you do not feel it is a threat, then that's up to your judgment. I figured the information was useful to you to have.
It is, and I'm thankful for it.
Mm.
But I am telling you, we do not have those type of buildings that Oliberry does.
Good.
Mm. Did Cork have a building of religious significance?
The city itself is a testament to Ogma, the counterpart to Ayun. He is the all-knowing master. Master of knowledge, master of spells, master of magical and arcane. And your university there is quite powerful, from what I understand.
Hmm.
The
Yes.
headmaster there is talented.
It was at the headmaster that we met.
Yes.
Yeah. We have met him not long ago at Beltane's residence.
Hmm.
I am admittedly curious to know how he finds his city is faring and how the university is doing, but
If you wish to contact Mr. Salvatore, he is in the city at the moment. I could invite him here.
Oh. Yes. Actually, we would. And we're all going to be in our best behavior, I point to everyone else.
Of course. No more slips of the tongue, I promise.
Daphne looks offended.
As does Zev.
I'm always on my base behavior. What are you talking about?
Shh, of course. Then, yes, inviting him here would be most appreciated. I imagine you may also be interested in his insights on this matter.
Master Salvatore is a interesting man, but I would not cross him if I could help it.
Yes, I had been trying very hard not to cross him last time we spoke to him.
Please sit. I will have tea brought to all of you. Raspberry, all right with all of you?
Oh, raspberry would be delightful.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Mira, as she calls out, and you see a woman peek in. Tea for everybody, please. The raspberry kind. Mira nods and vanishes, and you smell baked goods being made, and a few moments later, a tea tray is presented to you with beautiful tea cakes, croissants, very nice biscuits with a little cream on top of Victorian sponges. Very proper, very high tea type of situation. And your tea is presented to you in a beautiful glass teacups. It almost sparkles in the light.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Fancy.
Can I request that no matter how this gentleman presents himself or what he says, we act cool, calm, and friendly?
I'm Daphne, cool, calm, and friendly Gravoy.
Yeah, you are. I'll fist bump you.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You can have that one. That's fine. Yeah, because we could stand to learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want.
Yeah, our last interaction with him was a little shaky, so I
Wait,
get
is
you.
this out of character? This is the guy that
That you interrogated.
I
interrogated. He interrogated me.
Mm-hmm.
He's Gonad. Okay, good to know.
So, if we could just
Civilized people, as I sip my teacup and I put my pinky out. Like,
yeah.
This is how you do it, right?
Fancy, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Hears Zev kind of grunt under his breath. I won't say anything if he doesn't say anything.
Thank you. It is appreciated.
Lilith just holds her teacup, looking very amused by all of this, as she kind of turns the teacup in its saucer. Oh, I do hope I get to see something worthy of all of you.
Well, you should have come to the house for breakfast.
I take my breakfast late in the evening. I work most of the night.
You're a Brenner kind of gal.
I
Understandable.
am.
Like
It's
Brenner.
so much easier.
It's just
Easier to do work at night. Nobody bothers you.
It's, you know what? We could be friends.
I would like that.
Excellent.
I'm already friends with Jorah. Might as well extend the
Why
information.
not?
And
Yeah, absolutely.
We are roommates now, so you can always come
fantastic.
to ours for a Brenner. Yeah.
You can definitely.
But as you're having pleasant conversations with Lilith, about 20 minutes pass before you hear a knock at the door, and you see Mira again, and she says, "Mr. Conservatory," as she steps aside, and you see the broad-chested man, very elegant-looking robes, has a very calm, collected smile. But again, you get the sense he knows more than he lets on.
Mm-hmm.
And he steps into the room almost in a glide as he bows his head to all of you. I see we meet again.
Right? You're just in time for tea.
I do love good tea.
Mm-hmm. Nice to meet you again, Mr. Salvatore.
It is good to meet all of you. And why was the invitation extended towards me?
Well, we were having a discussion about the happenings in Dragonwall and the nature of a few encounters we've had there, and I was curious, if you will, do not feel you have to, of course, to know your insights as to what is happening right now in your city and your country.
Of course, one would be curious about such things. As he joins you and sits down and takes a teacup, he holds it very much like Lilith is. It doesn't drink from it and just holds it as he thinks, tapping the side. From what I gather, and what I've been able to do, the city itself is under a new leadership. The school has been annexed and has been rifled and pillaged for information. Sad to say, but they won't find much.
I imagine you're very good at keeping those things close to your chest.
I am exceptionally well trained.
I quite believe it. It does feel like quite a dramatic shift in the mood of the city. And we, when passing through in order to get towards Winterdale, encountered a few interesting individuals who seem to be manning the border patrol. Have you encountered any of them before?
Yes, the Damphir that patrol the borders.
Damphir. Do I know about Damphir?
Roll history check.
Sure.
Daphne knows a little bit
Emma
about
knows.
Damphir.
Yeah, Emma's aware, but I don't want to assume anything of Jorah. That's a 20.
22. You know they are a kind of a mix between human and vampires, and they're not quite vampire spawns. They're not quite vampires, but they're not quite human. They are an entity all unto themselves. They have the ability to walk in the day if they have times where they can rest in the shade, because they're not totally immune, but they can withstand light.
Okay.
Kind of
They're
very
like
similar. It's kind of very similar to like how drow that lived underneath ground most of their lives are. Okay.
They just need like glasses, more or less. The drow just need glasses. The Damphir basically just need glasses to
a parasol
exist. A parasol.
I see. Fascinating. Damphir. I've never encountered one myself personally, but that does track with what we witnessed.
They are part of a larger necromantic magic, probably from the jungles of Rosewaven. But there aren't many necromancers nowadays who can command such an army.
No, I understand that obviously your school has their section of necromantic arts. Um, is this an angle that the city at large has decided to take?
Under its current rulership, yes.
I imagine this ties to the entity and the creatures that we witnessed during the sacking of Cork.
It would appear so, but more creatures pour in from the Shadowfell each day.
That must be quite unpleasant for the school. Are you well defended against that?
We are not defended. We are annexed.
Yes.
The
Well,
city is theirs, and the school is theirs.
Ah. I see. Is this something that you're comfortable with?
No, but I cannot move against it.
I understand.
I am powerful, but even with my magics, I would not take on a Draco Lich.
No.
Yeah,
Few would feel comfortable.
understandable.
I mean, I might have to train for a while, but
Just
With
kind of
it-
hears Zev kind of just chuckle under beneath his cup.
I mean, how strong can he be, right?
Oh, they are undead dragons controlled by a lich.
Oh,
Yes. There's a it's less physical strength and more
I
might
see.
of power.
Do you
But
have
it's-
any? Sorry, I have a question.
It's okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea on who the Lich is then?
Oh, I'm guessing it's the great Lich King from the Shadowfell.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm.
Makes sense. What do you know if like what would give the Lich King actual stakes here on the surface? He has an entire realm to himself. It just seems a little strange that he would make stake here.
The only thing that really comes to my mind is a being that existed some eons ago, but they themselves were a necromancer, a very powerful necromancer.
What
But
being?
that he sits back and thinks, you might know him historically as the King in Yellow.
And Tinkle goes down or is mine.
Yeah. Would I have done any reading on that? Because I don't want to assume anything for Jorah.
Roll history check.
Yeah.
You can use your stage background as this.
Do I have a copy of the
What?
King in Yellow play in my library?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I am a like technically a necromancer. Like the King in Yellow.
Yeah,
I
you can
assume.
roll it you can roll with advantage. 20, you said? Or 19.
I don't
19.
even know what I'm rolling for, but I
Okay.
just am.
History.
Would Zev have learned anything about that growing up?
You can roll a history check. You would still be at disadvantage, just so you know.
My history on that is 21.
21 and a 19.
Yeah.
9.
You wouldn't know anything about it, Zev, but between you, Daphne, and you, Jorah, the King in Yellow was a powerful necromancer who laid waste to Rosewyvern, basically making it the undead haven that it is. They were very powerful being in them unto themselves that rose to godhood and was subsequently banished from the world to the outer realms and hasn't been seen since or spoken of since. And this was about 800 years ago, right before the calamity occurred. Or right after the calamity occurred.
So, out of character, does it sound like that the Lich King and the King in Yellow were at odds against each other, or or allied, and that's why he came here.
Carry on with your history check. They would most likely be allied.
They would have allied together.
If anything, the king in yellow would have had the Lich King as a subordinate or as a right-hand man.
So it is possible that it's not necessarily the Lich King that's looking on this realm, but the king in yellow himself.
But out of character, wouldn't the king in yellow also be gone?
He's just in
based
another realm.
on what I've.
Things can still come back.
Especially if we're oh, never mind. Okay. That you just see like Daphne, like it's like that one gif where there's just like thousands of like equations like in front of like and just like the putting on
Jorah's
like,
doing the the face
together,
concern, the concern.
Clint's just sipping his tea. He doesn't look bothered by any of this information.
That's fascinating and concerning if that's true.
Oh yes, bringing back the King in Yellow would be a calamity unto itself.
You seem rather relaxed about it. Is it simply because you're aware of the situation? It is not news to you.
I do not fret about things that are not beyond my purview.
That's fair. Some would argue, that the little guy doesn't have to concern himself with the nonsense of kings.
Zev wants to speak up, but he just kind of he has something to say, but I don't think this time.
Well, your insights on this matter have been illuminating and very appreciated.
Of course, anything to help those who called my king friend. I'm sure King William and his family would be appreciative of this knowledge, and I will share it with them.
Yes. I'm sure they will. Well, it has been good for our concern. We are currently not at task with this regard. We completed the mission we were asked to do, and simply a lingering curiosity, I guess, over what we had learned.
Of course, curiosity is what motivates the mind.
Right. It's something that should always be encouraged.
Of course. Is there any other questions? I do have to return to my duties soon.
Do you know how to tell when the sun sets underground?
I use a watch.
Do you happen to have the time?
He opens it. It's about 5 p.m.
Do you know when sunset is?
2 hours from now.
Thanks.
And thank you again for your help. If ever we can return the favor, do let us know.
He stands and sets down his cup. I'm glad this meeting went much better than our first.
As am I.
I don't forget things lightly, and I'm glad this will erase any previous transactions.
Seemed pretty dope.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, we appreciate your time.
He gives a bow of his head and bows his head to the mistress as he leaves.
After he leaves, I'm going to turn to Zev and go, I am so proud of you.
Good job, guys. Good job. That was Yep, that was
Mhm.
I was told to be on my best behavior. I am about a man of the people.
Exactly.
magnificent. This
Mhm.
it went well. I think it went well. We learned,
Mhm.
even if it was not the entire truth of the situation, we learned a great deal.
Mhm.
Doesn't help that I still want to. Do not like him.
Wow.
Just that smarmy attitude. I hate it.
People who are in charge are often kind of. Mm.
I guess I'm just not
Anyway,
noticing what you're noticing. I thought he was very pleasant.
Like I compare him to Beltane, in that they're both very smarmy, but the difference between him and Beltane is that Beltane actually owns his shit.
What is this fine man not owning? He
He
he's
he
a hand.
claims that this Draco Lich problem doesn't concern him, but this could affect the whole world at large.
well, I
How
think
does
it's
that
the
not
king in
concern?
yellow thing he was not concerned about.
Yeah. Like he could be it's not that he's concerned about, but he does have something that he's responsible for, and that's where his energy has to be. See, that's why you have adventurers to worry about bigger pictures. That's what they do. Shit, that's us.
I mean, well, yes, I
You do
I
realize
don't
we got
doubt.
dragged into. Mm.
I don't doubt that what he said was measured and calculated and what he wanted us to know
Mhm.
or think. I'm under no illusion, but that's the nature of these things. And all things considered, he was polite, and I'm sure he was gathering just as much as he gave. Isn't that right, Lilith?
Lilith just smiles as she sets down her cup. Of course. Mr.
Mm,
Salvatore is one of the best spy masters in the world.
yep, I quite believe it. Um,
I think I could take him in a fight if given the chance.
Oh no, you couldn't, dear Sev. He is a very high-ranking mage.
yeah. I respect him and his position. But it was enlightening, at least, if what he has said is true. Potentially troubling. But
Mhm.
all we can really do is pass this on. I'm not convinced that we are. Well, we're small fry.
At least we have a name for the vampire people.
Yeah,
I've actually
Dampier.
met a Dampier before.
I'm amazed that I didn't,
Mhm.
I didn't connect the dots at the time, but yeah, no, I've heard of them before.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I hung out at her house. She was actually very nice.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, quite believe it.
Well, these Dampier.
Danpir,
Go ahead.
Danpir owe no alliance to anyone. They can be bought and sold,
Yeah.
as any mercenaries.
Hmm.
Well, these Dampier specifically, at least one of them was very not nice.
Yeah, he took Or's tools. The dick.
I
Well,
mean, if you're
you were in a prison or jail.
I asked him twice if he
Yeah.
was going to have a problem with it, and he said no. You know what? I'm over it.
you
We'll
seem
get you
so.
some better tools soon, Or. I promise.
It's okay. I replaced them. They weren't precious or anything. It's the principle of the matter.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, was it enlightening for you, Grand Mistress?
I had one of the most powerful mages up to my table today. Of course it wasn't lightning.
Hmm.
Mhm.
As long as it wasn't lightning bolts.
Good one.
Zeb just
Good
gives
one,
Or
Anna.
a pat on the head.
Yeah.
Next time, buddy. Next time.
I
Well.
would continue making friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mhm.
will make a very good asset, especially if you need to get back into Drakenwall or Cork.
Mhm.
It is
True.
a entry point, and I think having realistic expectations of him will help, and seeing that I'm sure a bit of you scratch my back, I scratch yours is the likely way to go.
He's not above bargaining.
No, I don't imagine he is. Well,
I'll just say I can respect the dude. I don't have to like him.
absolutely. I don't know enough about him, nor have I spent enough time with him to judge whether I like him or not, I would say. You often, at the table that we were at when we first met him, people have, it's performative. They are performing certain roles, they have to act certain ways and give off certain impressions. Doesn't always necessarily mean you're seeing the truth of the matter in a person. So I think we're seeing the side of him that he wants us to see and no more. But he'd be a good asset. Wouldn't go quite so far as to say ally, but a good asset.
Mm-hmm.
As we may be good assets for him. I do have a good ass.
I do talk to dead people. And if he is a researcher, I do have a very unique set of skills that he might be interested in on the down low. I'm honestly surprised that he didn't know my daddy. Anyway.
Well,
Is
thank
it
you, Lilith.
okay if we take leave of you, Lilith? I'd like to not be late. We have an appointment at sunset.
Of course. She stands up and says, "Good luck."
Thank you. Until next time. And if you ever need my services, I'm sure you know exactly how to get in touch with me, the Grand Mistress.
Don't worry. I've seen your face.
All right.
And it's a good one.
She waves you all goodbye as Mira leads you back out. And as you head out to regather in your home. We're going to actually have to end it there. We can do your thing next week, Martin, I promise. Just we're at time, and I got to keep it at time. But thank you all for
Someone has
joining
to
me.
call AT&T today.
But thank you.
Yeah, everyone. Thank you for coming and showing up. It was super appreciated. Great session, everyone. Thank you to all of the new followers. We had a couple today. For all of the resubs and the gifted subs, and wonderful day today. And as far as the rest of the week goes here on the channel, Saturday, hopefully we will be back with Amberwyn. We have had some hiccups the last couple weeks, mostly just because of like real life things, but hopefully we will be back coming with you on Saturday. Next week, we will have two shows. Dragonstone Season 3 will be premiering on Wednesday morning with me and the DM's chair, as well as being back with Revenge of the Gith on Wednesday evening. We are also casting mostly for our Lancer game. We are still looking for. We got some very, very nice young men that are casted, and we could use some not men casted in this show. We are looking for just very typically not men. So if you're interested, join the Discord, and the form will be up on the casting calls. The form is there on the casting calls if you're interested in playing in Lancer. Think, mechs. So if you like Gundam, I think that's where to go to. And we will be casting for the Expanse probably within the next couple of days as well, which will be following this show in January. But yeah, that's this channel. And also tomorrow you can catch me on Encounter Roleplay, playing my Himbo Angel. So with that, that's us. That's the channel. Let's go and let everyone else let us know where we can find you. And don't go anywhere, because we will raid somebody. So stick around, y'all. Yeah, Smokey, go ahead, fam.
Hey guys. As I've said at the beginning of the session, my name is Smokey Digsby. I am the gaming element here over on the Twitch platform. I'm trying to figure out what the next game I want to stream is, so I probably won't have that figured out till Saturday at the latest. But till then, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch. Don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions for me. And you can find me over on Keelis' Little Monster channel on Sunday playing my my Dwarven Ranger, Drake Thunderbrand, over in his Worlds Apart campaign. And yeah.
Yep. Hi everyone, I'm Emma Hamalu on the internet. I've been here playing Jorah. You can find me here every week on Thursday, obviously, in this lovely game. And if it's okay for me to say so,
Oh, yeah.
the start of January will be the premiere of season 2 of Dragon Age here on this channel on Saturdays, which I'm really excited about. Where I'm in the GM chair for that. And yeah, so stay tuned. That's me.
Hello, friends. I am Martin or Pigman. You can find me on twitch.tv/pink_mun. Not streaming so much these days, but I will get back to it eventually. And you can find me here because where else would I be?
Mm-hmm. Best place.
All right. Last but not least, Jen.
And I'm Jen. You can find me here, I think, for the World of Ashenfell, and once a month over at Indoor Adventures channel, where I play Beltane Hawthorne, the mobster fae. He kind of shifted the entire party to Russia. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, he's got to go rescue his headless horse friend.
Well, all right, sounds good. And with that, we're gonna give some love over to my friend Cardia. She is apparently playing Neverwinter Nights blind, so that's some good stuff. So everyone,
Nice.
just wave bye, please. Goodbye. We're now leaving.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we are leaving.